isn't it ever enough? I just need you to see me.
I can't be your mother.
Mommy, I just need you to see me.
It was never about him. It was always about her.
This video is not comfortable. It is not gentle. And it is a truth you have spent your entire life avoiding. The person holding you back is not your mother. It is the ghost of her you carry inside you. You have tried to move forward. You have sought peace. But peace doesn't come when you are trapped in a war you don't even recognize. Do you know which one? The war against an image, against a figure that is neither flesh nor bone, but a shadow that settled inside you before you could even speak. The mother complex. That's what the psychologist Carl Jung called it. And no, it's not just another label. It's an emotional prison with invisible bars. It's that voice that judges you without speaking. It's that emptiness that can't be filled. It's that desperate need for approval you've been dragging around since you were a child. This complex often takes two primary forms. First, there is the devouring mother archetype inside you. An overprotective, suffocating energy that makes you fear the world, doubt your own decisions, and crave safety above all else. It whispers that you are not strong enough to survive on your own. The second is the shadow of the absent mother, a cold, neglectful energy that leaves you with a deep-seated feeling of unworthiness. It fuels an endless, frantic search for external validation, making you believe you must perform, achieve, and earn the love that was never given freely. Whether you were devoured or abandoned, the wound is the same. It is an inheritance, an echo, a mark left on the soul. So how do you heal something so foundational? Here is where the real work begins. As long as you keep seeing your mother as an all-powerful figure, whether to idolize her or to blame her, you are not seeing your mother. You are seeing a myth, a projection, a distorted image shaped by years of unmet needs, unnamed wounds, and silences loaded with resentment. And you know what's worse? That myth rules your life. It dictates who you love. If the myth is of abandonment, you will unconsciously choose partners who are distant and unavailable, trying to finally win in a love that was never given to you. If the myth is of control, you will either seek partners to dominate or be dominated by, endlessly repeating the power dynamic you learned as a child. Every relationship that breaks because you expect a partner to be your savior, every time you fail to set a boundary out of fear of being difficult, all of it has roots in that one distorted image. And now you're an adult, but inside, a part of you is still that child, waiting for mom to say everything will be okay. Let me be clear, that is never going to happen. Healing isn't making her change. Healing is you finally stopping, waiting for her to do so. And that is devastating. Stop for a moment. If you recognize this myth in your own life, acknowledge it. Right? I am seeing the myth in the comments below. You are not alone in this abyss. Welcome to the work. But let's go deeper, because blaming a myth is still an excuse. There's a darker layer, one that is harder to admit. It's called invisible loyalty. Your unconscious mind believes that if you truly surpass your mother, if you become happier, freer, or more successful than she was, you are betraying her. This isn't logical. It's primal. As a child, Your physical survival depended entirely on your bond with your mother. Your nervous system learned that loyalty to her equals life. Any act of separation or differentiation from her, therefore, feels on a deep cellular level like death. Imagine a child who sees their mother carrying a heavy stone every single day. The stone weighs her down, causing her pain. Out of love and a primal need to secure their bond, the child picks up their own stone to carry, thinking, if I suffer too, she won't abandon me. We will be the same. You are still carrying that stone. You sabotage your success. You cling to your anxiety. You repeat her unhappiness, not out of weakness, but out of a twisted childlike loyalty. But here is the brutal question. Does your suffering actually help her? Or does it just ensure her tragedy becomes yours? The real betrayal isn't leaving her story behind. It's choosing to repeat it. To truly honor the one who gave you life, you must live it more fully than they could. You must turn their pain into your wisdom. You must break that secret vow you made as a child, the promise to never outshine her. So, how do you break the vow and dismantle the myth? You stop looking outward for a mother and you start building one inside. This is the act of reparenting. Step 1, confront the ghost through observation. Every time you feel that pull of rejection or that need for approval, ask yourself, who am I really seeing right now? The person in front of me or the wound from my past? You must learn to separate present reality from the echo of the ghost. Also, practice somatic awareness. Where do you feel the wound in your body? Is it a tightness in your throat when you want to speak up? A knot in your stomach when you feel criticized? Don't just think about the wound. Feel where it lives in you. This makes it tangible and easier to release. Step 2, grieve the childhood you never had. Healing is not pretending it didn't hurt. It is allowing yourself to finally feel the rage, the sadness, and the disappointment. That inner child has been waiting decades to be heard. Do not silence it with self-help platitudes. Listen to its screams. Use active imagination. Sit quietly and invite your inner child to speak to you. Ask it, what did you need to hear back then that no one ever said? And then, in your own adult voice, say those same words to that part of yourself. This is not fantasy. This is deep neurological repair. Step 3, become your own protector and nurturer. You must re-educate yourself emotionally. This is where you practice radical self-compassion. When you are tired, you give yourself rest, not criticism. When you are scared, you give yourself reassurance, not shame. You treat yourself with the tenderness you were denied. This is not weakness. This is the medicine. This is the deepest work. It's uncomfortable. If you are still watching, it is because you are ready to heal. Acknowledge your commitment in the comments by writing, I am my own healer. When you do this work, you realize the original wound does not have to define your destiny. What defines it is what you do with it. You're not here just to heal yourself. You're here to become a firefighter for your entire bloodline. You are here to stop the inherited pain, the silent traumas, and the unresolved patterns from passing on to the next generation. You are not here to repeat history. You are here to end it. And when you finally do this, a new silence appears, a clean silence, because you have dared to break the noise of your inheritance. You are no longer an echo of your childhood. You are the author of your adult life. And now you are free to build the positive mother archetype within you. This is the goal of all this work, to become your own source of unconditional love, to fiercely protect your own boundaries, to nurture your own creativity without apology. This is the energy that respects your need for rest, that celebrates your victories, and that holds you with compassion when you fail. It is the voice that says, you are enough, exactly as you are. The journey does not end with perfect healing. It ends when you accept that inside you will always coexist broken parts and wise parts, parts that still cry, and parts that have now learned to hold them. That is true emotional maturity, not pretending to be invincible, but having the courage to be whole. And now that you know this, what are you going to do with it? Because here this video ends, but the important part begins. The invisible part no one else will see, but you will feel every day, in every choice, in every new way you treat yourself. Every time you don't repeat the pattern, every time you choose from awareness, not from lack. And that, even if no one applauds it, is a form of freedom that can't be bought. So I leave you with one last idea. When self-love is born from healed pain, it stops being a trend and becomes a silent revolution. And if you've come this far, make it clear in the comments. I want to know who are the ones that don't just watch, but dare to feel every word. Write down below, I am the end of the pattern. Because if you made it to the end, you're no longer the same. You've seen what others don't even dare to look at. And if this shook you, if it touched some sleeping part of you, subscribe to Think Abyss, not for me, but for you. Because here we don't come to entertain egos, but to awaken consciousness. And the journey is just beginning. Turn on that bell, because what's coming is going to hurt, but it will free you. You're awake now. And from that, there's no turning back. Go and do something that scares you a little bit. Talk to yourself like you never have. Stay silent. Cry if you need to. Or look at yourself without judgment for 10 seconds. 10. That's enough to start. Because when you change how you treat yourself, the world changes how it responds to you. You no longer need anyone to save you, because now, finally, you know the savior was always you.